topic for today is all about soybean. For this topic, we will discussing the crop overview, which is the species domesticated, origin of species, traits and domesticated food legume crop, cultivation product in the Philippines, and the top producing regions in the Philippines. For introduction, soybean, or scientifically known as glycine max, is an erect branching plant that can reach more than 2 meters in height. Source of high quality protein and oil, food pods, stem, and leaves are covered with fine and gray hairs. Has trifoliate leaves and falls before the pods mature. More than 77% of global soil is fed to livestock for meat and dairy production, while the 7% is directly for human consumption and the rest is for oils and biofuels. Processed soybean is the largest source of protein fed and second largest source of vegetable oil in the Philippines. The top producing region of soybeans in the Philippines is Central Luzon, especially in the province of Nueva Ecija and Tarlac. The ecological requirement for soybean must be soybean are grows in well moist and warm climate, while the optimum temperature ranges to 26 to 30 Celsius and the soil pH of 6.5 or above. The soil temperatures of 15.5 Celsius or above, and the soil was well-drained clay or silt loam soils. For the agronomic practices of soybean, we have land preparation. Benefits of proper land preparation is to germinate seed uniformly and less weed problems. There are three main methods in land preparation. We have manual, mechanized, and zero tillage. For second agronomic practices, we have seed selection, yield and yield consistency, mature, disease tolerance, transgenic traits, stand ability and lodging, pod shattering, and seed cost. For seed inoculation, if seed inoculant is available, prepare inoculated seeds 1 hour before planting at the rate of 500 grams rhizobium per 50 kilograms of seeds. Place soybean seeds in a container, sprinkle with water, add the inoculant, and thoroughly mix until all seeds are coated with inoculant. Keep inoculated seeds in a shaded place until planted. The power of rhizobia. The power of rhizobia is to fix nitrogen, root nodules, and increase yields. Rhizobia have unique ability to convert atmospheric nitrogen, which plants can't use directly, into a form of soybean can readily absorb. This process, called nitrogen fixation, is crucial for plant growth and development. For planting method, sowing and spacing. Sow 18 to 20 inoculated soybean seeds per linear meter and cover thinly with soil. 40 to 60 kilograms of soybean seeds needed per hectare. Use seeds with high germination rate of 80% or higher. Unlike palay, soybean seeds lose their viability in short span of time. After 3 to 4 months, in ordinary storage condition, germination will be less than 50%. Before planting, sun-dry soybean seeds for about 2 hours. Recommended rows between 7.5 to 15 inches. For the water management, irrigate immediately after sowing. Irrigation intervals are 7 to 10 or 10 to 15 days depending on soil and weather. At least 500 mm is needed in plenty available water during the entire growing period. The critical stages of soybean. We have the flowering, pod transformation, and lastly seed filling. For the weed management, early emerging weed control, tillage or conventional tillage, and herbicide or what we call no tillage or zero tillage. For post-emergence weed control, we have commonly used glyphosate, 2,4-D, dicamba, and metribuzin. Glyphosate is a Roundup or non-selective, while the 2,4-D is for broadleaves, dandelion, clover, pigweed, ragweed, and etc. Dicamba, effective to wide range of weeds, kills those resistant to glyphosate, while the metribuzin is selective before and after weed emergence. For the nutrient management for soybean, when seeds are inoculated, apply 3 bags of sulfur phosphate and 1 bag of muriate of potash per hectare. However, when no inoculant is used, apply 4 bags of triple 14 or what we call complete fertilizer. Before planting, drill fertilizer uniformly in furrows and cover thinly with fine soil. Inorganic fertilizer for better crop establishment can also be applied. Moreover, if you want to grow soybean organically, 2 to 5 tons of organic fertilizer instead of synthetic fertilizer. For the crop protection, insect pests of soybean at seedling stage, we have the bean fly or what we call the stem fly. The maggot punctures and mines on the lower part of leaves, feeding as minor on the leaf working down into the stem. And second, soybean aphids, both adults and nymphs, cause injury to sucking the plant sap. For their control measures, letter A is biological control. Application of trichogramma rate of 25 to 30 strips per hectare per application starting to 20 days after planting up to reproductive stage, and spraying the vermity or naturally fermented solution or NFS can be employed. And second, for chemical control, spray contact insecticides following the recommended dosage. For the vegetative stage, we have the green stink bug or green soldier bug. It is polyphagous insect feeding on a wide range of plants, especially in legumes. And second, common cutworm. The newly emerged caterpillar emerges and feeds immediately in a site of skeletonizes leaflets. And third, soybean leaf folgers. The damage done by the pest often results serious defoliation of the host plants, hence affecting the photosynthetic activity. For their control measures, alternate weekly spraying of vermity and naturally fermented solutions at 60 ml. Use trichogramma chinelis at a rate of 200 strips per hectare. And for chemical control, spray insecticides at 14 days interval following the recommended rate. For the reproductive stage, we have the soybean pod borer. Eggs are laid silently on the nether surface of calyx and sepals, well-grown pods. Upon hatching, the larvae causes damage by boring on young pods. Seeds are partially eaten, which can cause significant yield loss. For control measures, alternate spraying of vermectin and naturally fermented solutions at the rate of 60 ml. For chemical control, spray appropriate insecticides following the recommended rate at 2 weeks interval or 14 days until pest infestation is controlled. We have 5 diseases of soybean. Number 1, bacterial pustule. Second, soybean rust, purple seed strain, dumping off, and lastly, soybean mosaic. There are different general guidelines in disease management. Number 1, plant high quality, preferably certified seeds. Second, fungicide seed treatment. And practice the recommended seed bed preparation, planting depth, and seedling rate. Fourth, practice crop rotation with non-legume crops. Fifth, employ deep plowing to bury plant debris, plant disease-resistant crop varieties, and use foliar fungicides only when necessary. Observe appropriate cultural management practices. And lastly, disease management is the best accomplished using an integrated approach. In terms of harvesting soybean, when to harvest? When pods turns to brown and 95% of pods have been matured. 7 to 14 days after soybean is physiologically matured, and soybean is harvested using combine or manual threshing method. Processing of seed for planting purposes. Number 1, clean and dry to 9% moisture. Second, store the dried seeds in airtight containers. Last, practice good sanitation and place the containers in a cool, dry place protected by rodents. For the post-harvest of soybean, we have the oil extraction process through solvent. We have the cleaning machine, crushing machine, softening machine, flaking machine, and solvent extraction. While in soybean oil refining process, we have the crude soybean oil, deguming, deacidification, decolorization, deodorization, and refined soybean oil. There are different products of soybean. We have soybean oil is a vegetable oil extracted from seeds of the soybean or glycine nuts. It is the one most widely consumed cooking oils and second most consumed vegetable oils. As a drying oil, processed soybean is also used as a base for printing inks or soy ink and oil paints. Soybean meal is a byproduct of soy oil production. Leaving the protein-rich meal, soybean meal is added many commercial feeds, but can also added to the diet as a concentrate to provide extra protein. Soybean has also unfermented foods, the tofu, soy milk, edamame, soy nuts, and sprouts. Soybean has also fermented foods. We have the soy sauce, soy paste, natto, and miso. That's all. Thank you.